Welcome to Steelers Talk. I'm your host, Meghan Payton. This is brought to you by Chat Sports. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, BetQL. They are the #1 app to compare betting odds and a must if you want to beat your sportsbook this football season. The link is going to be in the bio description, but it is chatsports.com/SteelersQL. You got to use the discount code Chat Steelers. That'll get you 25% off of any of their subscription offering. You can find all this information in the description of this video, including a special offer for a full free year of BetQL. Let's get into it. This is the upset of the week. The Steelers have beaten the Buffalo Bills 23-16, and no one thought they would. No expert had picked the Steelers to win this game. And I got to be honest, I actually did pick the Bills to win this game. I thought the Steelers would cover, but I did think that the Bills would come up on top. But I'm very happy that I am wrong about that prediction. And this is just, it was a kind of that like heart attack game where I thought, man, this is going downhill. This first half looked rough, but the Steelers kind of got that connection, started to click, ended up coming out with the win. And this is a big AFC conference win for them. This might matter later in the season. So it's a great week 1 start for Pittsburgh, but grade the Steelers week 1 performance. What do you guys think? If you guys think it was perfect, give it an A. If not, kind of work down from there, B, C, D, F. To me, I'd go kind of in that like B- range. I think that there's some great things that we saw out there. There's definitely some areas we need to work on, but we're going to break all of that down, starting with the positives. And the #1 positive to me is that the defense looked really good. The defense had a lot of talk coming into the season. Are they going to be able to kind of live up to those expectations? And to me, they absolutely did. The defense was on fire. There's not much more you can ask. And TJ Watt, our new highest paid defensive player in the NFL, he kind of showed what he was made of. He said, hey, you know what? I didn't have much practice time. I didn't play in the preseason games, but I don't need much of a warm-up. He had 3 tackles, 1 forced fumble, making that it was his 18th career forced fumble, which is the most in the NFL since he was drafted in 2017. He had 2 sacks, 5 quarterback hits. TJ Watt played great. I was so excited. I think sometimes with guys like this, you never know if they're going to live up to the expectation, all the talk with the contract stuff. So it was just fun to see him back out there. He was a great addition in this week 1 game. And another guy that I thought had a great game, honestly, he might be the player of the day, is Cameron Sutton. Cameron Sutton looked amazing. He had 5 tackles. He had 2 passes defended, and overall, just every tackle that he did have looked really good. So he's a guy that, you expect to be good, and he performed well. And another one that I would point out is Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick had 10 tackles. He had a pass breakup. He had, just kind of that game where you see and you're getting what you expect out of him. I'm happy with how the defense played. We'll get into it a little bit more, but I want to explain to you guys a little bit about BetQL and what it is. Do you guys want to get an advantage over your sportsbook? Right now, please go and download BetQL. It is the only app you need to make smart bets. Their best bets computer model. So it scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you the best bet recommendation for every game across all major sports. And it gives you the reasoning kind of behind why you should place this bet. Their model covers everything from spreads, over-unders, player prop bets. They really do have it all. I'm telling you guys, all of my friends, everyone that I know that's super into betting and just kind of wants that extra analysis, this is the place to go. And if you don't want to use the model and you prefer to do the research yourself, BetQL has all of the necessary tools for you to do this research. So head over to chatsports.com/SteelersQL to get started now. You have to go to that site, that link, and you need to enter the discount code Chat Steelers at payment checkout. This will get you 25% off any of their subscription offerings. You can also download the BetQL app in the App Store or in the Google Play Store. All of this information, though, is going to be in the description of this video. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Please go check out BetQL and go to chatsports.com/SteelersQL. Use the discount code ChatSteelers. So let's talk about the play of the day. It came from the special teams. They showed up when they needed. And this, to me, was the momentum change of the game. This is where Steelers kind of, took that extra advantage. They got what they needed. And Miles Killebrew, he's a guy that they signed during free agency. We didn't know what to expect out of him. He was the one who blocked the punt. Gilbert takes it in for a touchdown. To me, this was kind of the special teams redemption for what happened at the beginning of the game. If you remember, at the very beginning, opening kickoff, the special teams allowed the Bills 75 yards return. So I think that overall, yes, that was a bummer to see, but we cannot discredit what special teams did during that play. We had one other offensive touchdown. So they're 1 for 1 on that. I'm excited about what the special teams could do this year. And we really have to give a shout out to Chris Boswell, the kicker. He made 3 for 3, and it's all about consistency. I think a lot of times people try to determine a kicker by, how many yards can they kick it? But to me, what's most important is how consistent can you be? He needed to be good in this game, and he was. So I'm really happy with how Boswell played. Let's get into the areas that I think the Steelers might be struggling with. I'm not saying 100%, but might have issues with later in the season. And those are the problems on offense. The first half was very nerve-wracking. We can all say it. It was not. I was watching that going, man, I don't know if this is going to be a fun game to watch. They only had 54 yards on offense in the first half, only 7 rushing yards. It was a little bit of a disaster. Things started to click, though. Big Ben had, I'd say, a pretty decent game. He had 18 out of 32 attempts, 188 yards, 1 touchdown, not an interception, and then an 83.9 quarterback rating. So I'd say overall, Big Ben showed up kind of more in that second half. And the guy that everyone is talking about and wants to know what's he going to turn out to be is Najee Harris. And I got to be honest, Steelers fans, you guys can be kind of cruel. I feel like early in the first half, there was a lot of people kind of bad talking Najee Harris, and I get it. But you have to realize there's a transition from college to NFL. You can't just expect him to click immediately. I'm not saying that it's going to take a full year. We could see the improvement just from the first half to the second half. I think that there is a lot of good that can come out of Najee Harris. I just think you have to give it time. But what is your level of concern with Najee Harris's NFL debut, rated 1 to 10? To me, I'd go with probably a 3. I don't think that it's anything to be too concerned about. No, he didn't have this amazing, dominant first NFL debut, but I don't think that there's a lot of guys that really do. So I'm giving it a 3 on concern level. Obviously, as the season goes on, we'll kind of be able to feel out a little bit more what he's able to do. And again, it started to click in the second half. You just have to give it a little bit of time. Now, another offensive player of the day was Diontae Johnson with that 5-yard score, but that catch was insane. That throw was great, but the catch was even better. He had the perfect toe drag too to kind of seal it, say, hey, I got this ball. He put up the only offensive touchdown of the day. So I'm excited about Diontae Johnson. He definitely gets some sort of game ball, in my opinion, this week. Back to BetQL. I really want to explain to you guys kind of the MGM and BetQL, how they kind of work together. But like I said, if you want to get an advantage over your sportsbook, you need to download the BetQL app. And it is the only app you'll need to make smart bets. Their model covers everything from spreads, over-unders, player prop bets. And if you go and check out their BetMGM offer in the description, you'll see that you can receive a free year of BetQL. Go to chatsports.com/Steelers BetMGM. You've got to sign up and create an account on BetMGM, deposit $10 into your account, bet $10, and then you'll receive a free year of BetQL within 24 hours of your wager setting. All right, who's another guy that I'm excited about? Another guy I'm excited about is Pat Freiermuth, the rookie that they drafted this year. He, to me, is going to be a major key to this Steelers offense. He had an amazing 24-yard reception in the third quarter. And yes, that might have been his only reception, but he had some great blocks. He's a guy that I think we're going to see a lot out of this year. He's, again, a rookie, so there's going to be some improvement. But I like what I saw immediately in the first game. He, to me, is a guy to look out for in these coming weeks. What is your one-word reaction to the Steelers' upset against the Bills 23-16? My reaction is patience. Patience is important in the NFL. You cannot just expect it to click immediately. It's week one. You've got new guys out here. Give it some time. Let's wait and see what happens, and then you'll kind of feel it out from there. If you're liking this video, though, and you guys want us to keep giving you Steelers content, we want to provide you with so many videos throughout the season. All we're asking of you guys is to subscribe to this channel. The more subscriptions means more videos. That's how it works. We want to keep giving you these free Steelers videos.